Hi everybody, it's Mrs. Allgaier. Just wanted to let you know that Maura did a really nice job this week. What she did was she watched the videos about the sensory rice bag and she was very creative and she made one using popcorn kernels. I never even thought of that. So that was a really great idea and she sent me a picture and she really likes it. So that's the gold star to Maura for using her creativity. She didn't have to do it just the way I did it. She put her own twist on it and it was really a cute idea. So gold star to Maura. So what are we gonna do? Well, let's make a game and then play a game. And the game is gonna be called Rocket Math, because I know you love math. Well, I don't know if you can see it, but I have made, this is supposed to be a rocket ship. You have to use your imagination. I've made a rocket ship and I have the numbers on here. So everybody tell me, what numbers do you see? 1, 2, say it with me, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now I put a little line under the 6 so that people didn't get mixed up and flip-flop it. Same with the 9. So there's a line underneath it so people know the bottom of the 9. Now if you already know your numbers 1 to 10, you could make this with smaller rectangles to be 1 through 20. And then you could talk about the numbers in the teens. That'd be fun. Or you could leave it like this and put numbers by tens, like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, etc., etc. And if you want to get real fancy, you could make smaller rectangles and do counting by 5. And that would be what I would advise for 2 of my second graders, and you know who you are, to learn about the counting by 5s. We had started that before we didn't go anymore. So we're going to make a number rocket and then we're going to play a game with it. So do you see what it's going to look like at the end? It doesn't have to look exactly like mine. You can use your creativity. I'm sure your mom or dad or brother or sister will help you find some things around the house to make it. Well, how do you make a number rocket? Well, first thing you need is a piece of like stiff paper, maybe about this size. Maybe you could cut some from a poster board, or sometimes parents might have manila folders that are like a little stiffer that you could cut, or even from a box that you could ask your mom or dad to cut with scissors, because that'd be too dangerous for you to do. You'd have to be safe. But you need a piece, like a strip about this size, and it's better if it's stiff. Like, see this one? If it was all just a regular paper, it'd be all floppy. So this one stands right up. So we'd like to make one just like this, because when we're done, we're going to play a game with them. You'll see. So the first thing you do is you have to make your strip of paper look like a rocket. Well, it wasn't too hard. I was a little nervous because I didn't really know how to do it. But this could be something you ask your parents to do, or some of you older ones can do it by yourself. All I needed were 4, what shape is that? Triangles. So I did 3 triangles of this one color. You don't have to have it like that. That's just what I did. And then 1 of a different color. So altogether that was 3 red triangles plus 1 yellow triangle. So 3 plus 1, 3 plus 1 more is 4. That's right. So all you need are 4 triangles. These triangles are all cut in the shape of a piece of pizza, that kind of a triangle. We can call them pizza triangles. So you need 4 of them. So the first thing you're going to do is get some glue, and my glue's a little iffy, but we'll go with it. And you're going to take the 2 longer ones and you're going to glue them to the back of your stiff paper. So you just need like a little dribble of glue right there. And I'm going to put it behind the stiff paper. And then I'm going to get the other one. See how I'm just putting, we always talk about this, you put the glue on the piece, the little piece, so when you glue it on, you don't have a giant mess. So far we've got this, and now we're going to put this there. And that might take a second or two to dry. Let's see, does it look better like that? Yep, there we go, we got it. See? Doesn't have to be perfect, just 2 triangles glued on the back of a stiff piece of paper. And at the top, we're going to put one that's like pointy, so it sort of looks like an arrow, because that's what a rocket looks like. So, again, you don't put the glue on the big piece. We always talk about that. Makes a mess. You take the little piece and put the glue just where you need it. Will just be right there. And we're going to put that at the very top. Right there. See? Look at that. It's already looking like a rocket ship. It's pretty good. Of course, making sure there's no glue on the table. All right, now the last thing you're going to need to make the rocket ship look like a rocket ship, this is supposed to be like fire, like it's firing out. And that was the best I can do. So, but I think it's okay. So then you take, I made it yellow, your last triangle, and you might want to take a pencil, and let me just put this here so I don't write on the counter, and just make some lines. See how it's blank? Now watch, I'm going to make a couple lines. That's supposed to make it, see what I did? That's supposed to make it look a little bit like fire shooting out. And then you're going to put a little drop of glue on the top, just a little bit, and then glue that in the back of your rocket. Look at that. Fire shooting out of your rocket. You've got this. It's almost done. So we had 4 triangles on a stiff piece of paper. We've got the rocket part. Now we have to put the math part, the number part. Well, you have to decide what you're going to do. Like I said, mine has numbers 1 to 10. So what I did was I put lines, because Mrs. Olgeyer is one of those people that I like to have things equal and measured. I'm sorry, you don't have to be like that. That's just something that I own. I own that. I know I'm like that. Can't help it. But I know you kids probably don't care, and that's fine. But for Mrs. Olgeyer, I would take, if this was mine, I would take it and actually maybe use a ruler if you have one, or if not, just another piece of stiff paper would work too. But I would use a ruler and just sort of make little marks. Now this stiff paper is about 11, so I'm going to pull it down a little bit, and I need 10 spots. So I'm going to make a little line at the 1, the 2, the 3. Can you see what I'm doing? 4, 5. This is something that your mom or dad probably should do if you're going to get all fancy like I am and just have it measured properly. Again, it doesn't matter. You can just write the numbers 1, 2, 3 and space it out, and that is fine. Like I said, I just can't help myself. I have to have it somewhat measured. So it's just who I am. So then I'm going to use my ruler to make a straight line, because again, Mrs. Olgeyer's funny like that. You know I am, I know you do. So I'm making lines at the dots so they're a little bit straight, because in each rectangle I am going to put a number. So again, doesn't have to be all measured like mine, but that's just what I like to do. Ooh, that one's a little off, but it'll be okay. No one will care. When we're done, we should have 10 rectangles. Now, if you have more than 10, you can just add an extra number, because numbers go on and on. Or if you have one less, you just leave one off, like the last one at the end. Let's see how I did. So, do I have 10 rectangles? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, I do, because that little one's little teeny weeny. We don't need to worry about that. So now I'm happy because the lines are straight. So in each box, I'm going to put, or each rectangle, I'm going to put a number. And I like to start at the top and go up and down, but you know, you can make it what you want because it's your number rocket. So I'm going to put a 1 at the top. 1, make it nice and neat. 2, count with me.